Well, well, well. It's the afternoon before New Comic Book Day. And what should I be doing the afternoon before New Comic Book Day, you ask? Well, I should be working. But when you're an intent instructor like me, you can't work in this. So what am I doing instead? Well, let's go inside and find out. Alright, walking in the house here. And we got Cookie. Say hello, Cookie. And I'm watching Hard Eyes. Yes, that's right. In the rain because nobody else is home. My wife is out. My daughter's out. They went to go see a Descendants concert. My son is at his girlfriend's house. And yes, what am I doing at the same time while watching Hard Eyes? Sorting out those independent comic books. So, hopefully you guys have a nice evening. And I will see you tomorrow on New Comic Book Day. And hopefully you find everything you're looking for. Good morning, webheads. It's officially New Comic Book Day. I want to thank Comic Central for providing the awesome comics. So if you're ever in the Central Florida area, in the city of Sanford, stop by. Of course, tell Mike Spider Slayer sent you. Here we go, guys. Mysterious Black Bag. And let me tell you, yesterday, when you saw the intro part of this video, I spent 3 hours putting away comic books. And I did. I achieved it. I put away every single new comic book that I had on that table. So it feels so good, man. And I created 3 brand new cell boxes on top of it because I need to make space. But here we go officially, guys. And here is the stack for this week. It's a hefty stack. I pretty much, stayed to the books that I definitely was going to pick up. No blind bags this week. There are a few variant covers because, of course, it has to do with Daniel Warren Johnson and Jorge Corona's final issue of Transformers. Now, got a couple of preview things here with Murder Podcast and Voyeur. So if you want to check out those previews, your shop might actually have that. Then they got this little gimmick thing for Murder Podcast issue 1 where it's like protective earplugs. So if you guys ever go into a concert, you need to protect your ears, there you go. Maybe has to deal with the book why we have these earplugs or whatever it is. All right, so here we go into the comics. I have the 1 in 10 Transformers issue 24. Great freaking cover. These covers have been connecting for a little while now. It'll make a awesome image. Here you get to see Devastator in the background, Laser, Beak, Savage, Ravage, I should say, and then Soundwave, of course, right? So that is really cool, and then you get to see Soundwave like getting ready to eject, which could be Buzzsaw, Frenzy maybe. No, he's in the background, or that's Rumble. So I don't know, we'll see, man, but that's really cool cover. Love that. And then we get into the mainstream books. Here we go. Supergirl, issue 5. I think we're doing a filler issue here as we have Super Pets. And, if you like Super Pets, then this is going to be for you. But I can tell right away this is not the regular artist on the book. So if you love cutesy animals, this is what you're going to get in this week's issue of Supergirl. Looking forward to that, I guess. All right, and then we have Benjamin Percy's Red Hulk issue 8. Just a really phenomenal series overall. I love Thunderbolt Ross. There's Red Hulk here. He's teaming up with Deathlock and Machine Man, and it's just been a blast. One action-packed issue after the other. I love this book. I just absolutely love this book. And, if you're looking for a fun, action-packed read, this is going to be the one for you. All right. Then we have One World Under Doom, issue 7. Issue 6 was great. You had issues 1 through 5. Okay, there was a couple better issues here and there. But you got revealed on how Lord Emperor Doom himself is so powerful, right? And you're just like, oh, dang. So now it looks like desperate times, desperate measures when it comes to Doom. We'll see what happens going forward within the event itself, and what will the ramifications of everything be as well. So definitely looking forward to reading this issue. Then we have the final issue of Wolverine. This is issue 10. Not too often when you get comic book series that ends, right? Because you get so many new ones that begin. But this was a nice overall mini series where it has to do with Wolverine, and he's still dealing with the Hell Hulk and the whole situation with Mephisto here. So how does it all wrap up? Well, we're just gonna have to read it and find out, but definitely looking forward to it. Overall, a great series. Always recommend, again, Benjamin Percy comic books because they're just fun. He has this specific space in the Marvel universe where it deals with the supernatural characters, the more bloodier or anti-hero type of characters. All right, next we have from Marvel, Ultimate Wolverine. This is issue 9. Really great book here with Logan now getting his memories back, teaming up with X characters in here. And it looks like they're going to be going against some Sentinels. The characters that are in here are Kitty Pryde and Gambit, Black Widow, you know. So I think that's awesome. Here's the Sentinels in this series. And yeah, they're going to go destroy them, dude. That's freaking badass. Best X book right now. Don't read X-Men. Don't read Uncanny. Read Ultimate Wolverine. Go figure, out of all books. All right, and now we have a couple DC books we're hitting on the pile here. We have Batman Dark Patterns. This is issue 10. Starts off a new story arc, and we have this arsonist that might be on the loose that's causing all these different fires. Check out the artwork here. That's kind of creepy, a little trippy at the same time, but I'm definitely looking forward to this next and final story arc. Maybe they'll bring back a volume 2 here. You never know. People really enjoyed this. This was a very last second buy. I wasn't going to buy this, but this was recommended to me by the comic shop manager, and he said Court was really good. Reminded him of I Heart Skull Crusher. It has a similar vibe to it when it comes to the artwork and whatnot. I thought this was like a kid's book, but he said it's not. It's just a really well-told story, adventure story. So I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll talk about it tomorrow on Worthy Ones. All right, guys. So before we continue on, I just got to give a shout out to my webheads out there. Our first shout out of the day winds up going to Onyx, and he says, who is lucky enough to tame this wonderful book? At first I was confused. The main character kept switching between reality. Things can go wrong with the new arrivals at his front door. Definitely giving me the Walking Dead governor vibes. 8.5 out of 10. And he's talking about everything dead and dying. This is issue 1. Last week, this was with my sleeper pick. It was on the bottom of the list. I don't think a lot of people were anticipating this book, but it turned out to be pretty decent. Glad you liked it, Onyx. Another person who liked this book as well was Al, and this is his Saturday Coffee and Comics. I won't give too much away, but what a minty breath of fresh air in this zombie apocalypse realm when it comes to originality, unique story, and great interiors to boot. So if you guys have not checked this one out yet, go ahead to your shops and see if they still have a copy. And then we have Poppy, who says, Mike's constant rave reviews on this convinced me to take a jump and try out Volume 1 that collects issues 1 through 6. Geiger is a wonderful book. I love the newest volume a little bit better, but this does introduce you to the character at hand. And if you can get your hands on previous issues of the newest volume, check it out. You won't be disappointed, but I'm glad you're getting into the character. All right, and then we have William, who says, first time I've seen this in the wild, had to buy. This is the Peacekeeper. Is this his first appearance? If it is, that's pretty insane right there. Congratulations on scoring that. And then we have John. I absolutely love this one. He says, just a mild-mannered tennis coach by day, yet a deadly spider slayer at night. And he's talking about Amazing Spider-Man 291, the all-new, deadlier than ever Spider Slayer strikes, as we see that Spider Slayer taking on good old Spidey. And then we have Mike, who says, okay, here we go. The first brackets are out. In my opinion, there is really no way to predict who's going to win any given fight. So he filled out his bracket in his DC Previews magazine. I filled out mine. I did a video on my first round predictions. I'm going live Tuesday night, 10 o'clock Eastern time, Comic Book Weekly, as me and my friends are going to do our entire tournament bracket. So guys, go ahead and check that out. It's going to be a lot of fun. And if you want to be part of the Facebook group shoutouts or be part of the group, just head on over to the Facebook, search for the group called Comic Book Corner 2.0 Webheads Unite. Before you get initiated into the group, you must answer the membership questions followed by the community guidelines. Once I approve you, you will have access to this wonderful community where we open up, of course, all our Batman blind bags, show off our newest comic books, our favorite stories that we like to read, and a whole lot more, guys. So if you're into comics, if you want a great community and you want shout outs, go ahead, check it out. And like I said, you never know when you could get shouted out on the next comic book haul. All right, we're back and we're continuing on with the main cover of Transformers issue 24. I'm not going to show too much of this. I'm going to just show this opening page because, again, you get the classic battle between Megatron and Optimus Prime. Oh my God, that is awesome. I'm not going to spoil this for myself. I can't wait to read this book, but oh, these guys will be missed, and I'm praying that Robert Kirkman can fill his shoes on this title. And then you have a variant cover here where you have Megatron. It's just going after Optimus, and he's like desperate, right? He's crawling away. And then you have this one where we have Optimus Prime with the classic pose, shooting the gun at Megatron. Devastator in the background. Gotta love the facial features there. All right, another new #1. We have the Undead Iron Fist issue 1. I have no expectations. I don't know what this is about. Obviously, it's going to be about Iron Fist. Is it going to be about Danny Rand getting the powers back? Like, I don't even know. I have no recollection of what's going on with the character at this moment in time. Artwork looks pretty cool. Kind of gives me like Moon Knight vibes in a way, but yeah, we shall see what happens here. And then we have a new one from Bad Idea, and this is Survival issue 1. And the last book that I picked up, which was Cul-de-sac, I was not a fan of that, but this is Robert Venditti here, so I feel like he could do something pretty interesting and compelling when it comes to his writing. And this one is no newspaper print. This is actually glossy magazine format. So you get a top quality book here. So looking forward to it and seeing what he has to offer here for Bad Idea. All right. And then we have Superman, the Kryptonite Spectrum. This is issue 2. So yeah, the first issue of this one was really good, as we have Superman dealing with all kinds of different kryptonites. This one makes him large. Oh my God. Look at that. He went to the Fortress of Solitude and he just like destroyed it. Oh, that just says it all right there. And then we have Space Ghost. This is issue 2, first issue. Absolutely phenomenal. Great jumping on point to read Space Ghost, guys. I highly recommend it. You won't be disappointed. You don't have to be a Space Ghost fan to appreciate wonderful artwork and great storytelling here. This is good. All right, and then we have Redcoat. This is issue 14. This is a different time period, I think, that's going on when it comes to Simon Pure, as he's witnessing something that's going on. I forgot the timeline, right? But I think it's when George Washington was around. So, yeah, there's not an issue that disappoints when it comes to Redcoat. Brian Hitch does the artwork in this. It's phenomenal. One of the top books on the stands. We'll see how issue 1 is. I don't know how long I will continue this, but this is Redcoat. This is Red Hood issue 1. So here we have some of the interior artwork. We've been flooded with previews when it comes to your DC books. They're really trying to push this book. We'll see, man. We'll see. I don't know what's going to happen here when it comes to Red Hood issue 1. Racer X issue 1. This was my projected sleeper pick. So I think this is going to be really well done. If you read Speed Racer, this is going to connect to that, and we get to see the history of Racer X and how he was originated from, right? You get to see an origin story, I'm sure, of this character. So I think this is going to be a really good companion series with Speed Racer. Don't sleep on this, guys. This is from Mad Cave. And then we have a Punisher Red Band issue 1, done by Benjamin Percy. I think this could be good. Again, I talk about Benjamin Percy all the time. If you want action, you want gore, you want blood, this is going to be it. I don't know how much more blood there'll be than in a regular Benjamin Percy book, but check this one out. Okay. I got 2 issues of One World Under Doom, so I'll have to return this one. Didn't realize that. We talked about Murder Podcast, because I got those earplugs, right? Here is issue 1 of that. I think this could be fun. You know, this is definitely a gory and gruesome book. It has to do with maybe a murder podcast, right? So yeah, this could be a good book. It's something that maybe slips under the radar as well. Could be a sleeper pick. So I'm going to check that out. We'll talk about that one on Worthy Ones. The next number 1 we're talking about is It Killed Everyone But Me, issue 1. So that one's done by Mad Cave as well. Again, more gore, right? Is this the same artist that does Something Is Killing the Children? Yeah, I think it is. Definitely, right? I'm pretty sure. I'll have to look into that and see. Okay, that's cool. That could work. I'm looking forward to that. We'll see what happens in this one. Very fitting, right? Same similar tone. And then we have Imperial War Nova Centurion issue 1. I've checked out these ones, some of the one-shots. The She-Hulk one was good. This one has to deal with Nova. So that's kind of cool interior art right there. So this one could be a lot of fun as well. And then we have the Green Lantern Corps. This is issue 8. So we have that going on. So here's the interior art there. I love how it's like kind of gray and black, and then you got the entities in there trying to lighten everything up within the comic book. Really fun, awesome story. Want to talk about a good story? We have Feral issue 16. The cat's locked in a pet store dealing with the cats that live within that building. Are they friends or foe? Well, we found out in the last issue that they're definitely, foe. And we're going to see what happens to one of our regular cats if he or she is going to be killed or not. So look at all these cats in this place, man. That's insane. And then we got the continuation of Eddie Brock Carnage. That's issue 8. This has been an okay series for me. I mean, it's a little bit darker. The artwork changes quite a bit in it as well. I like what Eddie Brock is trying to do as he's trying to control the Carnage symbiote, so it doesn't cause mayhem and carnage everywhere without his permission. So we'll see. A book that I'm going to tell you guys to pick up is Conan. This is the Barbarian, issue 24. Come on, guys. It's good. If you love old school classic storytelling, but it doesn't bog you down with the dialogue and it focuses a lot on the artwork, you're going to love Conan the Barbarian. So good. I love the artwork in this. It's so awesome. Then we have the 3rd issue of Captain America here, as this one features the origin story of Doom, because this is a modern tale of Captain America. So we're going to see, the tragic story of Dr. Doom. So looking forward to that. New issue 1, once again, Blue Falcon and Dino Mutt issue 1. Hanna-Barbera property, another one. So we're going to see the tone of this book. Is it going to be funny? Is it going to be serious? Don't know, but I'm definitely looking forward to that. This is Dynamites, so we'll see what happens. And then we have Action Comics, issue 1090. Really good book. If you haven't jumped on board yet, this is dealing with Clark in his younger days. And he's dealing with kind of like, I would say, his first adversary here. So this is a solid book. I think Mark Waid's onto something here, right? Something different from everything else that's going on right now. And then last but not least, we have Absolute Batman. That's issue 12, guys, as we get to see what happens to the friends of Batman in here when Bane tortures them, right? Here is the interior artwork in here, and definitely looking forward to this story continuing, as this is definitely like my top 2 or even 3 when it comes to Absolute books. I think Absolute Superman is my favorite. And there you guys have it. There's the haul for the week. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you picked up this week in the comment section below or in the Facebook group. And as always, guys, there's more content right here for you to click on. Remember, support those local comic shops. Keep buying, keep collecting, but always read your comics so we can have great comic conversation. Guys, thanks for watching. Have a great new comic book day.